So, the other concept here is this. We call this the tail. So, how far out to the right here? By the way, I'm assuming you can see my mouse pointer wafting around on the screen here. Hopefully, you can. So, towards the right-hand side of this chart is the longer and fatter that is. We call it the tail. And that's quite far. That can be quite far out. So the idea here is if we can trim the tail and bring that in, it means we should become more predictable as a team because we've got a higher confidence level in our delivery times. Okay, right. So what could cause the tail to become big, a long tail? What are the things that could create lots of variation in our ways of working? All right. So this is, welcome to the shooting gallery. Okay. So here's a few examples of common causes of variation. These are all the things that could potentially stop the team or affect their predictability. So things like poor technical environments. You know, when you've got mismatches in environments from, say, a dev environment to a test environment, out to a live environment, these are all kind of, this is nothing new. These are really old problems that we still, we've kind of moved a bit towards where we need to be in terms of cloud and, you know, DevOps automation, but we're still not there really. Multitasking and context switching, that's a massive killer on productivity. I hope everyone kind of recognizes that. You know, have you ever had those days where you get to the end of the day, you finish work and you reflect back and think, I've been really busy today, but what have I actually achieved? Because we're constantly context switching and task switching. Scope creep, everything's a priority. So lack of prioritization, and you know that drives the kind of multitasking and context switching. Waiting time. Now, actually, waiting time is the second biggest form of waste on a software project. This is where you've got things sat around, not moving, not doing anything. Nobody's working on it. It's sat in a queue somewhere, or maybe it's blocked. And so again, we need to tackle waiting time. Obviously, dependencies, that's what we're here to talk about today. You've got technical debt, too many meetings and distractions. So hopefully this isn't one of them, this session you're in now. And there's a whole bunch of things there, too much work in progress, pressures to hit deadlines. But for the purposes of today, we're going to focus on dependencies. So how can we reduce the impact of dependencies on our cycle time? So going back to this whole idea of cycle time, you know, this represents how predictable the team is. So if we've got that outlier there, 19 days, maybe that was all down to, you know, a dependency. So going forward then, how could we reduce the impact of that dependency on our cycle time? Because if we can improve predictability, it means we can plan easier. If we can plan easier, we can manage expectations better. So again, a lot of this really boils down to improving our cycle time.